Greetings, bloggers, vloggers, followers, and potters. Dustin here from Dustin's Dynasty with the second half of this week's vlog. Today is Autism Awareness Day, World Autism Day, or whatever you want to call it. And it's basically what we're going to talk about in this second half of this week's vlog. It's not going to be long. I feel that we talk about autism 12 months of the year anyway on this vlog and on this channel. So I'm not going to elaborate too much on it today. And I think we need, as autistics, need to take ourselves a break from all the info load and the info dumping that we have all year, but especially today. So what I'm going to do today, I'm going to read two readings that I wrote the last 2 days. I put on my social media channels, and if you want to follow them, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, I believe they're on Facebook and Instagram specifically at Dustin's Dynasty. You can go ahead and read them, but I'm going to read them because I think sometimes they need to be shared across all platforms and why they're important and why I feel that they should be said in the way they should be said. So what do you call it? So we hear the term Autism Awareness Month, Autism Acceptance Month, and we're even hearing now of something that should be called World Autism Action Month. What symbol do you use? Do you use the puzzles and ribbons that I have on my shirt here, or do you use the rainbow's infinity in the background? Who do you trust? Autism Speaks, Autism Society, any other national entities across the globe, or any self-advocacy driven venue? The answer is, what do you value the most? Do your research. What interests align with yours? What's important to you? Who do you want to advocate for? What do you want to fight to change? Everyone is in this fight from a different perspective or lens. I personally feel like personal attacks and agenda pushing need to stop and let all sides to have the venue for advocating for what they feel needs to happen for all autistics. We must remember that autism is indeed a broad spectrum, and not one person has the same traits or characteristics as the other. We must also value the voices of our allies, including family members, as they are oftentimes integral parts of their care and life decisions if an autistic person is unable to make the choices on their own. It doesn't make them any less of a person. They just need someone that they trust to guide them, and their neurotypical advocates and allies shouldn't be seen as no less than autistic individuals themselves. We must understand that what may have been considered abusive in the past is to one individual may not be delivered in the same exact manner that it was in a previous time. And while it may not have worked for one person or caused trauma for somebody, doesn't mean it's a viable solution for someone else. We must learn to work together to fight for autistics, all of us. Put our differences aside and do what is really needed to make sure all autistics have a well and healthy life that they are satisfied with. So whatever you want to call it, just be proud of whatever you are fighting for and be nice about everyone's differences, because no one wants to feel left alone or bullied, and many of us have often felt like that. So that was one reading that I decided to read. Today is World Autism Day, and it's World Autism Month, and there is a proclamation from the White House. I will include that too, but I don't want to read it, so we're not going to read it. But I am going to read a poem that I wrote. I don't know when I wrote it exactly, but it was in my memories, and I thought I'm going to share it with my YouTube community because I think it's important, and it signifies, and what I go through in life. So it's called "I Have Autism." I have autism, but it shouldn't define me, my life, or who I want to be, what I wear, or about my appearance on my own body. It doesn't matter if I take care of it or not look shoddy. I have autism. Some have it harder than others. Other person's severity is differs from another's. Regardless, we all can think for ourselves. And believe it or not, we all don't want things up on shelves. I have autism and I have rights where I want to go, live, and how I spend my nights. What I want to do in life, go to school, get a job, and even drive. It shouldn't matter what I want if I stay alive. I have autism and I should be treated like the adult I am. To do what I want if I am able, then I can. To go places that I never dreamed of, explore new places, even explore the golden dream or define my own spaces. I have autism, and sometimes I get portrayed badly in the media, but a lot of us can still and can use the encyclopedia. Many of us don't own a gun or don't nor do we want to commit a crime, for we know much better ways to spend our time. I have autism and I have quirks. Sometimes we make odd jerks and smirks, and I don't mean it. We just don't know how to process our senses around us. I'm just having a difficult time and don't mean to cause a fuss. I have autism and I seem antisocial. However, this is far from the case. I want to be social. I fear the initial contact and want to get to know you. For all I want is someone to pay attention and talk to. I have autism. I am different, but we are all perceived as indifferent. If you met one person on the spectrum, then you met just that, one person on the spectrum. I have autism, for it is just what it is, defined as a spectrum. For in many places, we don't seem to fit in with the right kind of system. It exhibits a broad range of behavior, some very light and some very severe. But what should matter is that we all want to persevere. I have autism, but it shouldn't define me by my life or who I want to be. All I want is for you to accept me for who I am and who I want to be. Friends, I want to thank you for listening today. Be mindful today. Be kind. If you've met one person with autism, just remember that you've met one person with autism. I want to thank you for listening today. Be sure to like this video if you haven't already. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't. If you want to hear more videos, tap the notification bell on the top. Be sure to like on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Dustin's Dynasty. Visit me on the web at dustinsdynastyusa.com. Be sure to follow me if you have it on TikTok and Pinterest at Dustin's Dynasty ASD. This vlog will be transformed into a podcast on many of my streaming platforms at Dustin's Dynasty ASD, including Spotify. Again, I want to thank you for listening and have a good day, everyone. And remember, happy World Autism Day.